Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to yet another ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals online tournament. I'm Shadeslier and I'll be a caster for the games today. We have two tournaments. This is semi-finals of the first tournament. I have Rockets versus India. Looks at things. I know for a fact one of them is Dugar, who's played previously as well. He did play a couple of days back. A very strong performance coming from him, but looks like he has stiff competition in Ashish as well. The all-important toss. Both teams wearing the same jersey. I see a difference in kit with the pants, but looks like Dugar wins the toss and he decides to bowl. So he's going to be playing, he's going to be batting second. An interesting decision, especially in a high-pressure match like this one. Welcome guys, welcome everybody to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good day. Right, let's go. We've seen interesting strategies being adopted by especially the bowling side, and for a change we're going to see spin. We've predominantly seen pace only, whether it's left-handed or right-handed fast. This time we're going to see a complete change in meta. We're going to see a right-arm spin, and it's going to be around the wicket to open things up for Dugar. And Ashish is going to slam that through the onside, and it's going to beat the two fielders at deep and wicket and deep square leg. Opens things up with a quick boundary. Decent start. Actually, after the resync, I see it's 2 runs, so I think the player at deep and wicket did manage to cut that off. Moving back on, he's going to continue bowling around the wicket. Oh, leg spin, just about misses being a wide, but that is a huge dot ball in favor of Dugar. Ashish, 2 of 2. Another leg spinner. This time, deep square leg is going to make his way across, cuts it away for just the 2. Seems like he's found the magic line in length to go up against Ashish. This time he's going to pitch it up, and the end result is going to be the same. There's a player on the outer ring. We'll cut that off for another 2 only. 6 runs of 4. A very good start for Dugar. If he can keep this under 15 runs here in the first over, I think that's going to be a big win. Anything less than that is just a bonus. And another leg spinner completely whiffs it. Ashish, his footwork has been very bad. He's just been standing at the exact same spot, hasn't really readjusted to the fact that Dugar has been bowling these leg spinners. Finally, you see him adjust back, move towards the middle stump, try and make some room. But at this ball, no spin, moves straight up, and it's going to be just the 2 again. So only 8 runs conceded off the first over. Dugar is going to have a big advantage here in the second over. Let's see if he's going to bring out pace or is he going to stick with spin. Looks like spin. No, he's going to go with pace. Right arm, but he's going to stick with around the wicket. Switches back over. I think the fact that he pretty much starved Ashish for any sort of room worked in his favor. He's going to move over to over the wicket. Short delivery coming in. It is an outswinger, and it's going to be easily dealt up with. That ball would have been fine if he did have a lot of fielders on the offside boundary, but it was quite the contrary. Surprised that he actually went for a ball like that. Pretty much gifts Ashish a 4. Next ball. He's going to pull that straight back in line with the stumps. But he's going to clear that. There's a fielder on the outer row, but he's going to catch it up. Deep mid-wicket, set up for that exact same shot. He needed to hit that somewhere around long on if he had to get away with it. But he ends up finding the fielder there at deep mid-wicket. And that is the first wicket down. Dugar strikes Another dot ball added to what has been an amazing bowling performance thus far. Left-hand batsman in, and immediately we see the bowler move around the wicket. Looks like he wants to look at in-swingers maybe. Yeah, it's a hard in-swinger. Doesn't really connect underside of the bat, and a quick single. .3, 13 runs. He needs some big ones here. If Ashish is to stand a chance of taking this victory, he needs a few boundaries and sixes mixed in with the last 3 balls. But his woes continue. He's going to hit it straight to deep mid wicket. .15 runs on the board. Ball wide outside the off stump, but it's straight to the play at cover. The quick single. Batsman does make it back in. 16 runs, last ball. And this time he's going to come over the wicket for the left-hander. Another change up in strategy. A lot of room made on the onside, and he's going to try to loft it over the infield. Successfully manages to do so. Ends it with a boundary. 20 runs on the board. 21 to win for Dugar. But Dugar has had an amazing first innings with the ball, whether it was spin in the first over or pace. He did a good job of mixing things up, always keeping Ashish guessing, and that has meant that he's got a relatively easy chase here as he does start the second innings. Dugar has played yesterday also? Yes. He did play yesterday. And I do believe he didn't win it, right? As far as I remember. Don't think so. Anyway, moving on. Field settings for Ashish. He's going to open up with a couple of fielders on the boundary rope behind the stumps. There is... Okay, he's going to switch things up again. This is a standard setting we've seen from players before. You have yourself the deep point. You have the third man as well. Fine leg, long leg. And you try and get the short balls in. He's going to attempt that, but he smashed that away towards fine leg for a 4. He did make room to ensure that he could hit it really fine and beat the fielder on the boundary rope. The fine leg doesn't even move. He knows that is timed to perfection. Another short ball coming in. Let's see if it's going to meet the same result. He has smashed it, but this time straight to the fine leg. Pretty much the adjustment in the line there. This time the delivery came a lot more on the offside. It is outside the off stump. And the batsman, even though he did adjust, wasn't nearly enough to get it as fine as the previous time. This time it's going to be an outswinger. He's made some room and he's going to miss. One bouncer for the over called, but that's a big win there for Ashish. Manages to get the dot ball in. He needs to find a lot more of this. He's not defending a very big target, and he's gonna have to keep Dugar at bay, but he gives him a doozy. Short ball, easily readjusts, finds that boundary again behind the stumps, beats fine leg for another 4. And this time, he's going to try and beat the player. Just about carries to the man at third man there, right there. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. After resync, looks like maybe he didn't. But it's still 12 runs on the board. Last ball of the over. And he's going to try and beat fine leg, and he successfully manages to do so. Looks like that was a top edge, but the timing was good, and he manages to somehow clear the man at fine leg for a 6. And with that shot, I think he's pretty much put this beyond reasonable doubt. 18 runs of the first over. He needs only 3 here in the second. I don't think Ashish can do much right now besides keep mixing things up, try and put some slow deliveries in. We haven't seen the slow balls being used at all in this game, and I think this might be the best time to bring it out. There you go. Starts off with the slow ball, but I think that's a wide. I think he heard me, but manages to drop it past the leg stump for a wide. All right, second time. He's going to go for the Yorker length. Decent ball, but it gets mashed past the infield. No one on the boundary rope. Quick 4, and Dugar takes the victory here in the semi-final over Ashish. A convincing one at that. A wonderful bowling performance coming out of Dugar. Ashish couldn't really do much. They did not really have a big enough total to defend. And regardless, Dugar with that 6 at the end of the first over puts it beyond reasonable doubt, takes an easy win and moves on to the finals. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick break. Grand finals is coming up in just a bit.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late. And I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have the grand finals with us for the first online tournament of the day, WCC Rivals, part of ILG Cup Season 3. And this time we have Dugar versus Dominator. Dugar with a flawless performance during the semi-finals. Let's see if he can continue that same form into the finals as well, or will Dominator walk away with the victory? Dominator's been having an amazing last couple of days. He's already won a couple of online tournaments and looking to take yet another one right here. And the all-important toss, Dominator. Let's see if he's been winning a lot of tosses in the finals as well, and does look like it will be Dominator who will bat first. Dugar is not going to probably have problems with this. He did win the toss in the semi-final and decide to bowl first anyway, so I think he's going to feel pretty much at home here, and the toss isn't really going to matter. Samrat Cricket Guru, I'm not really sure about that. You will need to follow the WCC Rivals and Next Wave Multimedia social media pages for that. Alright. Left arm around the wicket, and he's gonna smash that past the fielder on the boundary rope for a 6. Good start here for Dominator. A complete contrast to how he started the semi-final. It was a cagey affair. He couldn't really get much in terms of runs, but the second ball, another 6. 2 shots now towards deep mid-wicket. Both clears the fielder in the outer ring pretty comfortably. And Dominator, 12 runs of just the first 2 balls this time. He's going to try and pierce the needle, but there is a fielder at third man. Cuts it off for just the 2. Change in delivery as well. An off spinner for which Dominator had to reach out. Wasn't really at the pitch of the ball to make good connection with that. He will, however, manage to get it. This time another 6 smashed away. Dominator, you little beauty. 3 biggies of the first 4 balls, and he's already sitting at 20 runs. Fourth ball, absolutely no change. He's bowling the same line in length. The off spinners just aren't cutting it for Dugar here. He's gonna try and move this over the wicket, but already room being made. He wants to try and hit this on the offside. Timing is really bad though. Carries just straight to short third man for a quick single. So a small recovery there at the end from Dugar, but Dominator with those 4 sixes, he's got 27 runs in the first over. Right arm around the wicket. He's going to change over to pace. It's an in-swinger, and the result This looks like it's going to be almost the same. There was a fielder. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to cut that off. Does make it to the boundary rope again for another 4. 31 now. Still 5 balls to go. He's going to be looking at least a 50 total here, if all things go good. He smashes that. Oh, there is a fielder there though at deep point, but it does not matter. It's off the middle of the bat, and he's carried it all the way into the stands for another 6 added to the total. 1.2, 37. He's going to try and follow the batsman here, but that's going to be a wide and 4 runs. You try and readjust at the last second based on where the batsman's going, and sometimes you just get carried away, which was the case there with Dugar. He tries to follow him, and unfortunately that's wide, way wide down the leg side. Nothing the keeper could do to try and collect that. He's going to go back with a more standard delivery, straight up in the middle. Hit away towards third man. A quick 2. It's going to be close, but the throw is a bit late, and Dominator is going to be easily able to complete that. 3 more balls to go, 44 on the board. If he can manage a few 6s here, he might even get close to 60, which is going to be a nightmare result for Dugar. Way outside the off stump, but he hits it straight to third man again. That fielder has come into play quite a lot for Dugar over this innings. He's pretty much the only one patrolling that entire boundary on the offside, and he's been found at least 3 times in this last couple of overs by Dominator, and he's swung it across. That's another wide. It's another 4, and Dugar, all that good work he's put in, last second flicks it past, way past the leg stump. And it's still 2 more balls to go. 50 comes up for Dominator, and he's still not done just yet. It's going to be an outswinger. A lot of room done, and I think it's no. That was rough. Dominator, that was very close though to not being a wide, but Dugar, it's just been one of those days. He pretty much wants to just forget about this innings at this point of time. He's going to bowl it up, a nice low ball, but the timing is going to be immaculate. One bounce into the boundary for a 4. 56 on the board. Last ball coming up, and Dominator almost certainly has this. What's the play here? It's going to be an in-swinger. He makes some room, and he manages to smash that. Actually, it might carry all the way for another 6. 62 runs off 2 overs. Dominator. That's the 50 up as well. I think it's the first time I've seen a batsman crack a 50 in 2 overs in WCC. Holy moly. That was big. All right, the chase coming in from Dugar. It's going to be a tough one. Left arm over the wicket, and he's going to go back for the standard field setting. 5 on the boundary rope, 3 on the offside, 2 on the onside, but the length is something that's very surprising. He's going to bowl it straight up, does get swept away to fine leg for a quick 2 to open up the innings for Dugar. 63 required. A required run rate of 31.5 per over. That is almost an impossible task. To have to do it 2 overs in a row is quite an ask. Dugar, not pulling a leaf out of Dominator's book there, making room on the offside, hitting it almost straight up behind the wicketkeeper for a 4. 6 runs of 2 balls. He's going to continue with the same deliveries. This time, it is going to be a hit very fine. Fine leg did try to cut that off, but arrives just half a second late. 10 runs on the board, 3 balls in. 4s though aren't going to cut it. He needs the big ones. He needs the 6s. He's going to find himself another 4 behind the wicketkeeper. But if he's hitting 4s only, even 4s every single ball from this point on is not going to be enough. And I think for a fact, Dominator also needs to end up giving in some wides as well if he's going to make up that distance. Dugar continues to find the boundary rope, the exact same shot, and Dominator, I'm pretty sure, isn't even worried at this point of time. He's just looking at ensuring that there are no wides, no balls. He keeps putting them in, and Dugar just keeps hitting them towards fine leg. Did that carry all the way? It did. Top edge. This time makes it all the way over the rope. 6 runs to finish up the first over. And what is the total here? It's 24 runs. Another 39 required of this over. 6 balls, 6 sixes will yield only 36. So, Dominator just needs to do his basics right. Get the ball in and not really worry too much about the end result. That's going to be a hit away towards fine leg. It's going to be just the single. And I think with that, Dugar pretty much has given up. That is it. What little chance he had, I think pretty much goes up in smokes there. Dominator. These are going to be pretty much celebratory deliveries. He's going to try and sneak a quick single. The dive ensuring that there is no run out. Another run added to the board, 26. And Dugar at this point of time is probably thinking, yep, it's just a confidence booster right now. Try and get as many runs as you can. He's going to come running down the track, but a complete miss. Carries to the keeper. And Dominator, not only has he put on an amazing batting performance, he's excelling at the balls as well. And that's an in-swinger. Connects onto the middle stump. He's heading back to the pavilion. Dugar has lost his first batsman, and that is pretty much just the icing on the cake for Dominator. He's ensuring that he wins in style. This time it is smashed over long on. Easily clears the fielder on the infield for a quick 4. Last ball of the match. 30 runs on the board. He needs 33 of this last ball. Dominator wins this match in convincing fashion. It's going to be worked on the onside for just the 2. 32 on the board. Dominator wins by 30 runs, and he is your champion of this ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals online tournament. There was no doubt ever since that massive total put up by Dominator in the first innings. Let's see if he can be stopped in the second tournament that will go live in just a bit. We'll take a quick break. See you folks soon with tournament number 2. This is Shade Slayer. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe button. I'll see you folks soon.